So I'm probably gonna go overboard with this video, but yeah, should be fine, or with this recording, because I am having around 45 minutes left until I should get to sleep. I have done everything that I wanted to do. Everything is uploaded. Everything is done, I guess. The only thing that is left is recording. And so I thought, instead of watching some mindless YouTube videos or watching YouTube mindlessly, let's just hop through some more interesting things and or more productive things and or actually more important things, maybe. Not necessarily for me, but for you. This recording, this whatever I'm gonna talk about today, might be the video or the thing, the recording that you wanna have. But I don't know. And therefore we're gonna go through some motivational quotes. I don't just wanna go through them, but I wanna, give more thought to them. Sometimes quotes and motivation and whatnot, it is fine, it is good and whatnot, but you read it for a second and after a second you're gonna forget about it anyway, which is a pity and which is a bit, one could do better with it. One could use them better, I would say. And so I'm trying to give a bit more to it than just a quote. I'm probably gonna fail, but we're gonna see. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. And I thought about something very, very lately. I think, might have been yesterday where I have had the thought, but at this point of time, I tend to really, 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 really eat a lot on Saturdays. I normally do have a cheat day on Saturday, because I'm trying to stick to my quote-unquote diet or to my lifestyle throughout the weekend, then most often on Saturday and, also Sunday, unfortunately, but I'm willing to eat different things and I'm willing to just experience like being normal and so on and so forth, which is actually something pretty new for me, might have actually been 2 to 3 years, I guess. I've just been eating the same things, I've been trying to eat as healthy as I can without eating anything sugary, without eating anything chocolatey, without eating anything that is somehow not healthy. And I've been able to stick to it very, very, very easily. I don't know why, and I'm actually sticking to that up to this point as well. Like on my cheat days, it's not like I'm eating, I don't know, French fries and I'm gonna eat a muffin and I'm gonna eat donuts. No, it's most often about the calories. I'm eating really, really a lot of calories of oats and fruits and some more oily things and so on and so forth. So in the end, it is about the calories that I'm consuming. And so to come to the point, I thought, well, what could I do? What could I do to get rid of this habit? Because I just don't want to have it anymore. I don't think that it is serving me in any way. And so I thought, well, what could I do? Something like a treat for me. Well, I could sleep way more, which might actually be something that's good for me. Sleep way more and then maybe not work out on that day, on a Saturday. And instead of that, focus on relaxing, focus on recovery, focus on something that is somehow productive. Because in the end, we're not creating and not destroying habits, but we're exchanging them. And so if I'm able to exchange the habit of eating a bunch of stuff with, actually two things. First of all, eating enough throughout the week and just really, focusing on not starving myself, because it is also something that I did, unfortunately, but it leaves you feel so incredibly bad. And it doesn't make any sense. And or maybe just eating something different, but something that I wouldn't be eating throughout the week, maybe because it is too expensive for me for just eating it too often, and so on and so forth. There is a ton of things that you can eat that are pretty low calorie, but still very, very, very tasty and good. But so in the end, I'm thinking about exchanging that habit of eating too much with something else that makes sense for me. And I thought about, well, let's have some sort of challenge. What about trying to run a marathon? What about just seeing what I can do in one day, sports wise? How many push-ups can I do this day? And on the other hand, as I said before, thought about, well, let's just not work out on that day. Let's just do something that I enjoy doing. Let's just do those things that I think I don't have the time for. Drawing and or painting, learning something new, reading, and all of these things. Like, I think in the end, it is not that difficult to exchange a habit. You just have to find something that is kind of equivalent and makes sense for you and is better than the old one. Well, let's get ahead. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, I don't know. Like, I think it is also fine to rest, and I think it is also fine to take a step back when you feel that, that is not serving you, that is not doing you any good. And I mean, it's something that I've seen as well. Like sometimes going too hard on yourself, and regarding workout, regarding learning, regarding quite anything, it's not gonna do any good to you. It's not gonna be good for you. Period. And just because I'm seeing it, and in terms of food, I mean there are so amazing ways in which you can prepare veggies, and veggies are really, really fucking low in calories, and you can eat a lot of them. And so I thought, well, a ton of things are a bit too expensive for my taste, but, well, I can treat myself. I can really just buy that salad and buy that whatever the fuck and taste it and see if I like it. And then I'm having a day of eating enough and being full, but still having really, really low calories. And, it's the thing with yogurt and some stuff, I often think, well, I would really like to have it. Also, on one hand, because it is freaking low in calories. But in the end, I just don't decide to buy it because I think, well, I don't really need it. It is just something that I want to have and not necessarily something that I need to have. And there is kind of a fight in myself, which is, on one hand, I really am a cheap bastard. It is insane, actually. And on the other hand, I don't know, I just want to do something good to me, and I want to give myself a reward, and I want to treat me. But in the end, I've actually seen that, having those cheat days and getting off track kind of as well, it's not doing me any good. I don't feel as good, and I think that I don't look as good as I did. And so I want to get back on that train. And I mean, I've been happy before as well. To be honest, it is something that I've been looking forward to. Every single week I've been looking forward to my Saturday, where I can just eat a bunch of shit and feel good about myself. On the other hand, this created some other problems, like, okay, I don't want to meet anybody on Saturdays. I don't want to do anything on Saturdays that is potentially preventing me from eating, and eating all the stuff that I want to eat. And it's been crazy, actually, and this is something that I don't necessarily like, and something that I think makes sense to change. And so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna, I think the most important part there is having a diet that you can stick to. So many people talking about it, and as I've also been talking about it, which just makes sense. Doesn't make any sense to starve yourself the whole week long, just so that on Friday or Saturday or Sunday or whatnot, you can eat a bunch of shit. Doesn't make any sense. Really. Nonsensical. But still, I think a ton of people are doing that, and I don't know, like, I think it would make more sense to incorporate certain treats into your everyday diet, and or just create an everyday diet that you can stick to, that is consisting of enough food, probably quite low calories, and also food that is gonna sustain you in a good way. And this really also depends on allergies and intolerances and whatnot. Another thing is that I have seen that eating too much fruit is not doing me any good. I tend to really I think gain weight because of that, which was pretty funny, and or look fat because of that. On my last cheat day, actually, I said to myself, well, I'm gonna skip fruit, not gonna eat it. And I haven't been eating fruit for, I think, probably a week now. At the end of this week, it's gonna be 1.5 weeks, and I previously also had problems with fatty liver, or not that great liver liver levels, if you know what I mean. I don't know what is being measured there. I don't know if it is some fat shit, or I actually really don't know. But it was shown that my liver thing is not doing too great. And this might be actually due to fructosis. And and before, on the last cut, which was actually a year ago, I also cut out fruit to a pretty high degree, and I felt pretty amazing about that. And even though it's complicated. Should I end the episode here? Yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. Gonna see you soon. Bye bye.